Welcome back to Hearts in Progress, everyone, where we believe healing isn't about perfection, it's about progress.
We're just two women figuring it out in real time, and we're inviting you to this conversation.
I'm Deepa,
I'm Deepika,
and today we're talking about the silent pandemic nobody warned us about mental health. So, why are so many women exhausted?
Have you ever had one of those days where you maybe forgot why you walked into a room, cried because someone asked what's for dinner,
That's me all the time. Yep,
had 47 tabs open in your brain?
that's me all the time.
Me too. And somehow still felt guilty for sitting down.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. If you're nodding right now, welcome, guys. Because modern women are carrying careers, children, aging parents, relationships, finances, household management, social obligations, and often everyone else's emotions as well. Scientists call this the mental load. And women are often not only doing tasks, they're managing the invisible planning behind those tasks.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I've been there, Dips.
Yeah.
I've actually lived exactly what you...
Well, you want to share? Tell me about it.
Well, as you know, running the nursery for 10 years in Zambia, as I mentioned in the previous conversation, that was my be all and end all. My everything else was on the back burner, including my family.
And including you.
Yeah, including
Yeah.
me. Yeah. My whole focus was on the children. I felt such a big responsibility. I guess it's personal to me, because of like how passionate I was about my career, and I felt really responsible for the children under my care, the parents, the teachers, and I forgot to look after myself. And those of you listening, I want to ask you all, how often do we forget to look after ourselves? Dips, what about you?
Oh man, I've been there. It's been like a go, go, go for me. And, but one thing I've really worked on is really taking care of my mental health and myself, because I came to a conclusion that if I am not okay and if I don't take care of me, I am of no good to anybody around me. So, Dips, I have a very strong practice to take care of me. And I'll go into a lot of things that I do to help myself. But you're right, people forget to look after themselves,
Absolutely.
and they feel guilty if they end up doing things for themselves, like you said.
Yeah.
Like you just don't feel like it's correct. It's correct or right to even think about doing something for yourself, like taking a short nap or taking a break. But at the end of the day, just remember, guys, if you don't take care of yourselves, you are of no good to anybody else. Mental health struggles are not signs of weaknesses, guys. They're often symptoms and signs that your nervous system has been overloaded for too long. And guess what? This is what starts happening. According to research, anxiety disorders affect hundreds of millions globally. Right, Dips? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, depression is among the leading causes of disability worldwide. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Women are nearly twice as likely to experience depression and anxiety. But here's the important part: mental health challenges are treatable. Your brain can change and your nervous system can heal. Your life can feel so much lighter. But you just have to know, how do you know that if you're struggling?
But Dips, some people will say to you, that's easy to say.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'll tell you now, a year ago,
Yeah.
I had perimenopause. I was going through grief. I had lots of different health issues I was dealing with, and winding up my nursery and about to move continents. And amongst that mix, you could have told me until you were blue in the face,
Yeah.
that these are the tools, this is what you need to do, but I wouldn't have been able to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
No.
I was stuck in such a rut. So how can you get through to somebody? Obviously, being a life coach, I know you do this
Absolutely.
day in, day out.
Yeah.
So could you share?
Absolutely. You know what I do is I encourage people to pause. I love that word pause, because I don't say to people, stop what you're doing. I tell people, why don't we pause and pause together?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you pause and you take a deep breath and you just allow yourself to be in the moment, in that pause, you can feel a lot of emotions. You can actually go on a deep dive within yourself in that pause. And at the end of this podcast today, this conversation, I have a surprise for everybody. So, we have the ability, each and every one of us, to give 5 minutes of time to ourselves. Listen, we take a few minutes to brush our teeth. We go to the bathroom. We do take the time to eat. So in a 24-hour day, 5 minutes is justifiable for ourselves. What do you think? 5 minutes, Dips? You got 5 minutes?
I've got 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Those 5 minutes, are very important. And those 5 minutes are for you. It's not for your phone. It's not for your family. It's not for anybody. Those 5 minutes are for you.
I'm looking forward to the surprise, Dips.
Yeah, absolutely. Even you don't know about it. So, yeah, I love throwing surprises out, so one of the things that I like to talk about to, people is, how do I know if I'm struggling? And people think, I'm just tired. I just need a vacation. I just need to push harder. But sometimes it's so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
These are signs of anxiety, racing thoughts, difficulty relaxing. Can you relax, Dips? Do you know how to relax?
I try.
You try, right?
Try.
So
now I have a little bit more time on my hands.
Right.
But I still struggle.
Yeah.
I still struggle to relax.
Absolutely. Overthink. How many times do we overthink a simple thing, man?
Wow.
Yeah.
Every day.
Muscle tension.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle tension. Here's my favorite one. Difficulty sleeping. As a life coach, I will always ask people, please tell me how you sleep. And I mean, I tell you what, 9 out of 10 times, it's always, oh my gosh, my sleep is like all over the place. Well, there you go, because you're racing.
That's one racing. Of my top 5, Dips.
Yeah. And constant worrying, irritability, those are signs of anxiety, guys. Signs of depression, feeling numb, loss of interest, low motivation, excessive fatigue, changes in sleep, changes in appetite, feeling hopeless, and difficulty concentrating. Guys, if you are seeing any of these, let's start analyzing what's going on with you and helping you and finding the help that you need. Signs of burnout, emotional exhaustion, cynicism, brain fog, reduced productivity, and feeling detached.
That was me, Dips.
Yeah. Burnout, Dips.
I was burnt out. Yeah.
And when we reach a point of burnout, we're just no good to anybody, guys. So really the emphasis here is you. I think this conversation, guys, is about you. When I say you, it's the you within your existing body, and trying to really take a good look at you and your inner health. What do you say, Dips?
Absolutely, Dips. You know, when people say burnt out, they think it's about it looks like you're lying in bed. You know, you're exhausted, you're burnt out, you're lying in bed, but it's not.
No.
You know what it is? It's answering emails. It's driving the children to school or to their activities. It's making dinner, smiling at everyone, and secretly wondering why life feels so heavy. Dips.
Exactly. Yeah. High functioning women often suffer quietly. And that is so sad because they'll have the most beautiful smile on their face. They'll look so put together. But behind that facade is like an entire wall that's crumbling down, and they're trying to hold it all together. Exactly. And, if you look at the research and see, cellular breakdown is real. They're just breaking down to a point of, completely disabling themselves internally. And that is so sad. Nobody needs to go through that, and you don't have to go through that alone, guys. That is there's a science of stress. And, stress is not just a word, there's a whole science behind it. And it's not in your mind. So don't let anybody just say, oh, it's in your mind. How many times do people say, oh, it's in your mind?
I've heard that before.
So many times, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
Depression is not real because you can't see it.
Yeah.
Stress is not real because you can't see it.
No.
It's not like a broken bone where you have a bandage on your arm or your leg where you can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in your biology. And when stress hits, the brain activates the amygdala, which helps orchestrate our body's response. And, neuroscientists have long known that the amygdala helps mobilize the stress hormones. The wonderful word cortisol and adrenaline within about 15 minutes. Your heart rate increases, your digestion slows down, your sleep gets disrupted, your focus declines, and your body enters survival mode. And the problem? That many women never leave the survival mode. Did you know that we as humans, right? We had the stress response so that as cavemen, we could actually protect ourselves from predators. But now there's no dinosaurs and we don't live around predators. But guess what? We still have so much stress because you know what the predators are in our lives? People, jobs, things.
Yeah.
These are the predators. Isn't it crazy? It's pretty sad, if you ask me, that we don't live in the world, in a Jurassic world, and we still think we have a predator, and we give that predator a name, and that's our stress response. And that's why our body goes into survival mode. I don't think that's fair for our bodies.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
No, it's not. It's not.
So, Dips, I want to know, what do you do to manage your stress?
Well, Dips, that's the reason we're sitting here, to have this conversation. You're going to help me with tools to manage my stress.
And
that's why you were invited to this conversation.
Well, I want to know that I'm gonna talk about some tools, but I really think it's important that you take just one tool and utilize it in a given day. Do you think you can do that?
I actually can give you that promise.
Can you?
That I will do that.
Okay. I love commitments. Okay. Yeah? Can you move your body? You're a great dancer. Everybody who doesn't know this, Deepika is a fantastic dancer. This girl can choreograph so many things, right? I have 2 left feet and you will never see me on a dance floor. But her, she's the one. Right. So Tool number 1, can you move your body?
I can move my body.
Yeah.
I can move my body, Dips.
Okay, good. Research consistently shows that exercise can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Now, you don't need to be bodybuilding for this.
Right.
Can you walk, Dips?
I can walk.
Okay.
I can't run.
I'm asking you to
often
run.
say to my family, a lot of them do marathons and they run.
Yeah.
I can't even run to the bathroom.
Okay, you can walk.
I can walk.
Okay, you got it. Listen, can you walk around Tesco and Sainsbury's?
I love it. I can walk around
great.
Tesco's and Sainsbury's all day, every day.
Okay, wonderful. Can you dance? Yes, you can dance. I
dance.
just know you can dance. Do you have a favorite song you can dance to? Let's talk about favorite songs.
Samina mina, waka waka, eh.
Okay, all right. Hey, I love that. Can you stretch? Can you lie down on the floor and stretch your arms and stretch your legs? Can you do that?
Yeah, I could.
You could do that.
Yeah, a push.
Because every time you stretch, your body just, it tightens and then it releases.
I stretch when I get out of bed. Does that count?
I think we need just a little bit more than that kind of stretching.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, I'm not asking you to hang on bars.
Oh, good.
Okay? I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to just lay down and just stretch.
Okay.
10 minutes, Dips. Can you do this for 10 minutes?
I could try to take 10 minutes out of the day.
Okay, listen, guys. Everybody, you heard that? I have a 10-minute commitment right here. I have a 10-minute commitment from Deepika. All right. Now, this one you're going to love.
Okay.
Okay, guys, sleep like it's your job. Yeah. Go ahead and laugh, guys. But poor sleep worsens anxiety, depression, ADHD symptoms, and stress.
I believe that.
I want everybody here listening, please aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And if you can't sleep for 7 to 9 hours, power nap, guys. I can't tell you the importance of what power napping does. 15 minutes power nap.
Can that really work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is so much, that's another conversation on power napping, but power napping is so incredibly important for your brain. And what it does, those 15 minutes of power napping, what it does to your brain, I mean, it's unreal for productivity.
I've seen it in action. My
Yeah.
dad used to do it.
It's really, it's better than any medication out there, And, this is why we started this podcast, was Hearts in Progress, because this is all about connection, guys. And this is my third tool, which is connection. Connection heals. I mean, loneliness increases depression risk. Please call a friend. Dips, apart from you, I mean, I'm so blessed. I have you in my life. But apart from you, I have one of my closest friends who lives in Portland, Oregon, that I've known since I was basically 16, since I left Zambia. I mean, she lives in Portland and she has been my backbone forever. And, I'm not giving names out, but you know who you are. And I have another very close friend of mine who's now moved to Abu Dhabi. And I mean, I speak to these two people pretty much very often, if not every day, if every other day. But, that connection, I speak to you very often,
Likewise, Dips. I've got a couple of close friends from two from back from secondary school, GCSEs, and one more recent, but at least 15 to 16 years of friendship. And they are my go-to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with yourself in the mix, obviously, anything. And I will pick up the call to you. I will talk to that friend every other day, if not every day, messages back and forth. It really is fuel for the soul, Dips. That's how I could explain it. A couple of weeks ago, I had a group of friends come round, and we sat down, had a bite to eat, and then I pulled out a card game, and on the cards it had questions about life itself, and we got to know new things about each other. It was a fun but beautiful session, and everybody walked away in a different mindset than how they'd walked in. Everyone was energized, and they said it was one of the best nights that they'd had. We call, we have a name for this group that we have together, and they said it was one of the best ones that we've had. And we've met quite a few times in the last 15 to 20 years. And they loved it, just getting to know a bit about each other. It was an outlet.
How did it make you feel?
As I explained, like food for the soul. That's I felt like I fed my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fueled it.
I have a group of friends in Houston, very close friends, and some of them are scattered around the world in Holland and one in San Diego. And, we have this girls group, and some of us travel together. And it's so empowering at the end of it all when we meet and when we talk and we just connect with each other. And it's about random, mundane things, but there is such joy in just being around these beautiful women and, empowering each other.
I love that word, Dips. That's exactly what, perfect description. Empowerment.
Yeah. Empowerment.
Yeah.
And, we as women should be out there to empower other women become the best versions of themselves and know that, hey, we're here for you. We understand you without judgment.
Straightening each other's crowns.
Yes, I love that. Oh, yes. Straightening each other's crowns. So, guys, if any of you have somebody who can straighten your crown, call them, please. If not, then please join a community where you can find like-minded people, because everybody needs to have that one person who's going to be by their side to empower them, Ask for help, if anything, because humans heal in connection. Tool number 4, guys, please name what you feel. Neuroscientist Dan Siegel says, name it to tame it.
I like that.
Yeah, I love it. Instead of saying, I'm overwhelmed, try saying, I feel anxious, I feel disappointed, I feel scared, because labeling these emotions reduces that amygdala activity. Tool number 5 is breath work. Deepika, you said you had a breath work practice for your children. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Is it something to do with yoga? Like,
absolutely. Any kind of, it is not movement yoga, but it is breath yoga. Okay. And it's got many names,
Right. So we used to do yoga breathing exercises prior to starting any lessons with the children.
And how did you do that?
So there were several exercises that we used to do, and we used to hold our one nostril with a thumb, and breathe in, exhale, and breathe out, and at a very slow pace, alongside very slight body movements. So we'd sit cross legs, we'd breathe in and out with the children. They took it like a duck to water. In the end, children were leading these exercises and not the teachers. They learned, because they did it every single day, repetition. They were able to lead these yoga breathing exercises themselves with the class. So sometimes the children would do it as well. Absolutely amazing, Dips. And you could see a difference in the way they learned in the classroom. They'd become calm and collected and ready for that information that we fed to them. So it truly does work. I've seen it in action. from a very young age, not just with adults.
I think what you're talking about is alternate nostril breathing, amongst other things, which is so
That's right.
important for nervous system regulation.
Right.
And can you imagine leading an entire classroom where everybody's nervous systems are regulated? I mean, can you just imagine the benefits of that?
Of course.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You know, the other thing, guys, tool number 6 is please reduce your information overload, because your brain was not designed for 24-hour news. Please don't consume and consume social media comparison, constant notifications. Digital boundaries are so important. Create them. Create them. I can't emphasize on that. A tool number 7 is a gratitude practice. Please, gratitude is so important, and research shows how gratitude can improve mood, sleep, and well being. And each night, write 3 things, guys, that went well for you during the day. Just 3 things, you know. Um, Tool number 8 is my favorite, which is meditation. Studies show meditation can reduce anxiety, improve focus, strengthen emotional regulation, and 5 minutes, Dips. You promised me.
I've promised you.
Yeah, 5 minutes, guys,
I'm
matters.
Find time.
Absolutely.
And, I'm gonna take this tool from you.
Yes.
And put it into practice.
Absolutely. It's gonna do wonders for you. And number 9, guys, challenge your negative thoughts. Please ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence supports it? And what evidence doesn't? You know, before you start going into a crazy train wreck on one single thought, ask yourself that. And number 10, guys, seek professional help. Please, if you need it, get the therapy, get the coaching, go to support groups. There's plenty out there. And if you need help, you know, for any of these things, then reach out. You know, we've put our email, you know, there. Reach out to us, send us a message, and we will be happy to help you anonymously wherever you are, because healing is not something you must do alone.
And healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you've always been underneath the stress, expectations, and the noise. Your heart is not broken. It is in progress.
And so are you. I'd like to give you a gift of a short guided meditation to help you relax wherever you are. So gently find a place where you can sit or lay down in a comfortable manner, in a quiet space, and gently close your eyes and take your attention to your breath. Focus on your inhale. As you inhale, feel that air going through your nose, and gently exhale through your nose. And again, inhale through your nose and gently exhale through your nose. And taking one more inhale and exhaling through your nose. Return to your normal breathing. And focus on the tip of your nose. With your eyes closed, imagine a color on the tip of your nose. It can be any color you wish. And imagine that color in any shape or form sitting on the tip of your nose. And now take that color, full shape, and let it move up between your eyebrows. And imagine that shape moving around in a circular manner in between your eyebrows. And now imagine that shape moving further up into your forehead and moving back and forth along your forehead. This beautiful shape that's the color of whatever you decide, moving back and forth along your forehead. And now feel that shape growing. Feel the color expanding into the whole face. And feel that shape moving to your heart. There is a bright light within this shape that's expanding in your heart, whilst you are feeling the joy and the emotion of somebody you really love. And as you feel this love in the center of your heart, in your chest, feel this shape expanding through your entire chest and moving down to your belly, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and your toes. And now the shape is so big, it's wrapping you from your toes all the way up through your arms, around your fingers, and up through your head. And now you're covered with this beautiful, colorful shape and this beautiful light within you. And just focus on your breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. And one more inhale and one more exhale. And gently wiggle your fingers and your toes and open your eyes very slowly. And thank you for being present with me today.
Wow, Deepa, that was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I feel so relaxed. You're lucky I didn't fall asleep. Thank you. I can feel it in my soul. It's really helped me de-stress, calm down. I can imagine if I put this into practice, what benefits it will have. So,
And this was not even 5 minutes.
absolutely, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So welcome.
Thank you all for joining us on Hearts in Progress for today's conversation. If this episode resonated with you, share it with another woman who may need this reminder today.
Until next time,
Keep healing, keep growing,
and keep progressing. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And see you next time.
See you next time.